Hello students, in today's video, let us learn about solar water heater. So as its name indicates, a solar water heater is a non-polluting, eco-friendly device to heat water to a very high temperature using the energy of sunlight. This heated water can be used for various purposes, various domestic as well as commercial purposes. Now, in order to trap heat energy from the sun, a solar water heater will be using various types of solar collectors. So, the one we have studied like the flat plate collector or the solar concentrators that we will be seeing later, these kinds of energy trapping devices will be used to heat up the fluid or water inside the solar heater. Solar water heater can be classified into different categories. Based on the fluid used for heating, a solar water heater can be classified into direct system and indirect system. Based on the type of flow of the fluid in the system, it can be classified as active heater or passive heater. Now let us learn about these different types of solar water heater. In a direct system, as its name indicates, the water that is passed through a solar collector, solar heater, will be directly heated, and this water is taken out for uses and other various applications. So in this system, we circulate the potable water through the collectors, and the heated water is used directly for the household uses. Its drawbacks are it has little overheat protection, little freeze protection, and if the water that is circulating is hard water, it can lead to corrosion or scales will be formed inside the tube. So what water we use for various purposes at home, that is directly passed through this heater. It will be get heated up and that water is directly used. That is why the system is called direct system. Now, in order to overcome various negatives or disadvantages of a direct system, we use an indirect system. Here we use a heat transfer fluid for heat exchange. In this way, the previous mentioned disadvantages of freezing and overheating can be avoided. So this is a schematic representation of an indirect system. So as you see here, this is the storage tank where water is stored. There is a main water supply through which the input water is fed into this tank. There is an supply to the outside from where hot water is taken out. Now how the heating inside this tank happens? There is a mechanism including a solar collector. This solar collector will be absorbing heat energy from the sunlight, solar radiations, and through this solar collector we are passing a hot fluid. So as this hot fluid is passing through, need not be a hot fluid, a heat exchange fluid pass through this solar collector, it will get heated up and it is then allowed to pass through a number of U-turns of tubes and finally it gets out through the final valve. So as this fluid, heat exchange fluid pass through this tank, it will exchange heat with the water that is present all around. So as a result, the water within this tank will get heated up and that water can be taken out for other purposes. This fluid, this heat exchange fluid is not being used up. This heat exchange fluid is continuously circulating through this mechanism and we can use any kind of fluid, any kind of efficient fluid for this mechanism. So suppose we may use a fluid which has a very low freezing point and very high very low freezing point and very high evaporating point. So that means it will remain fluid for a very long range of temperature. So in that way we can overcome overheating problem as well as the evaporation problem or freezing problem. So this fluid is permanently kept within this tube. It is just a mechanism to exchange heat with the water. The water that we use come into this tank and gets out of this tank. The heating mechanism is arranged by the solar collector and the heat exchange fluid that is passed through this tank. In the case of a direct system, this heat exchange fluid will not be present. The water will be directly passed through the solar collectors and the solar collector will try to transfer heat into the water. So the water quality may affect the solar collector and affect the setups that we have. But in an indirect system, we keep it separate. The water heating system is separate from the water, the fluid, the water that we use. So even if the water quality is low, it may not affect the solar collector and its setups drastically. Now another system of classifying this solar water heater is based on the method of water movement. So we can classify it into passive system and active system. In a passive system, the water flow depends on natural convection, and therefore the storage tank must be at a higher position. Its advantages are its low cost and maintenance, since natural processes are mainly used for water heating. Its disadvantages are its low efficiency, overheating and freezing of fluids. So let us see a mechanism. So this is a passive solar water heater. So here, as you can see, the main supply gives water into this tank and the tank is filled with water, first with cold water. This water will be taken down into the solar collector, and as it passes through the solar collector, it will slowly get heated up. We know heated water has less density, so it will rise up through this column back into the tank. Within the tank itself, hot water will occupy top position and cold water will sink down into the bottom. So the cold water will be taken again down and back up as hot water. So this is also a direct system. As we see here, no heat exchange fluid is present here. Water is directly passed through these solar collectors to get heated up. A passive system can be either direct or indirect. So here we have shown a direct system. In the case of an active system, as the name indicates, we use an active setup, a pump, to circulate water. In order to power up this pump, we use solar cells, so that completely we use renewable energy. And these solar pumps can be placed anywhere. Solar pump and the solar water tank can be placed anywhere, since we use pumps for water heating. Its advantages are it has no issue of overheating or freezing of fluid, and it is more efficient. Whereas its disadvantages are it's more expensive and it requires pump and more energy. So let us see a picture. So here we have a main water supply which is giving water into the cold tank, and this water can be taken up into the solar heater using pumps. So the pump is the main difference between a passive system and an active system. Pump will pump the water into the solar collector where it will be heated up, and this hot water will be flowing down into the tank. Again this water will be pumped back into the solar collector, and the process will continue like this, getting the water more and more heated. So we can achieve very high temperature of water by using this active system. Whereas in a passive system, the temperature that can be achieved is a little bit less. So this is also a direct system, since we see no heat exchange fluid. The water which is used is directly pumped through this setup. So this is a direct system. So these are the different types of solar water heater. This is the general mechanism of working of a solar water heater. I hope this topic is clear for you. Thank you.